Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design, well, the three designs here, and the only difference between these three designs is how I did two of the lines on the S on choose. So I was requested to make it fit in this space and have some way flowing up to the bottom of the top knuckle, and drew in a couple little lines there as reference. So each of these three designs fits very neatly in that space. And the only difference, as you can probably tell, is this little tip here. So this one is the second one I did, and it was because I like the curve look here, but I was a little worried of something else that this might look like, so I wanted to make this tip a little different, even though I really like how sleek this design looks. And this is another curvy one. I was like, okay, so we have the curvy option, and this one was super curvy, and it's like, what if we don't want curves? What if instead we want angles? So I did the same thing here with angles. So again, this letter here is an S. Let me highlight the S here on choose. And an S is a shallow divot shape with 1, 2, 3 lines on it. So all three of these are the letter S, and these are the lines that I have to play with. So let's go ahead and read the rest of this design. So here's our start marker. It tells you where the bottom is and which direction to start reading. So if I were to orient these all towards that mark at the bottom, it'd be more like this orientation. So let's go ahead and read it like this. So starting at the bottom, going counterclockwise, we have our first word here, and this word is the word U. We have a Y, a full circle crossing our word circle with one vowel on it. This empty one is a vowel. So let me actually, I'll bring this up. So a Y crosses our circle with two dots, like this one. And then we have an O, and an O is a little guy, let me actually connect those, that can be attached on our consonant like this. So you see how it's a consonant here, and then the little guy on it is the O, and then a U is another little guy, and it has a line radiating outwards, away from the center of our word circle. Now, in this font here, the U line is going down, and that's because this is all oriented with the inner part of the word circle, so these divots and stuff are all going towards the up direction, so up is in and down is out. But this is our word circle, so up would be out, away from the center of this word circle. So let's go to our next word circle. Here's a little A outside our word circle. Then an R is this shallow divot with 3 dots. Then an E is just on our word circle. And then a WH can be done as just one letter. So this is a shallow divot with 1 dot. And then our O is floating by itself inside that word circle. Then a Y crosses our word circle with 2 dots. Oh, I forgot to mention the O. The O is the little guy on it right there. And then the U has a line going outwards, so that's the word U. And then CH is a horseshoe shape with 2 dots. O. And another O. And then that S we talked about, a shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 lines. And then an E with one, is just a little circle on our word circle. Then let's go to the letter T. So here's our next word, right? So everything up to this point has been the same, pretty much, except for the lines in the choose. And then our T on 2 is up at the top here. And the reason why we can get away with putting this at the top is because if we start at 6 o'clock at the bottom here, there are no letters until we get all the way up there. This O is kind of closer to like 9 o'clock. So 6, and then 3, then noon, then 9. This would be last. So bottom counterclockwise. And then a B, oh yeah, that's the O, the floating circle. And then a B on B is a horseshoe shape with no lines ending on it. It's important that this little line ends in between this T and this B, because if it ends on the T or it ends on B, then it would change letters. And then our last little vowel, our E, is at the end there. So yeah, those are those 3 designs. I hope this video makes a little bit of sense, and I hope there's a design in here that is perfect for you. But yeah, thanks.